it. I'm very excited. It's like, look at me being a real YouTube person now. Oh. Fancy schmancy mic going on. Takes up a lot of room on my table though, with all my stuff. Not the best setup yet. Oops, bonk. Is this gonna work? I don't know. All right. Bong. If you keep hearing weird noises, I'm running into my microphone with a mirror. Trying to figure it out. Hold on, I'm gonna close my door. Okay, dogs, listen. If you're in here, you're in here. If you're out, you're out. All right. Geez, where is everybody tonight? It's like just us. Nobody's here. And I did do a short to tell everybody that I was going to be live. And I just put up an Instagram to tell everybody I'm live. And yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not going to be here all night. So let's see. This is what I did. Here is my Coolonito whiteboard with all of my products on it and the total prices for cheap versus expensive makeup. So all the expensive stuff adds up to $674.16. All the cheap stuff adds up to $117.77 roughly. So I have all of the different items, and then I have all of them. These are all the drugstore inexpensives. And I'm trying not to break it. Oh, this is all the Pricey. And it's funny because the Pricey is like so heavy compared to the inexpensive. And there is some, this is what $674 worth of makeup looks like, I guess. I mean, some of it I got in deals and things like that. So it wasn't totally that much, but you know, it's up there. So I'm trying to figure out, see, we need to have a bunch of people on stuff like this so I can say, what do you want me to try? What I really want to do is do a nice mix of cheap and expensive so that I have kind of a, like, some of it's cheap, some of it's expensive. Because if I just do all expensive, it's no fun. And if I just do cheap, it's no fun. So we need to do kind of a mix of each. So I don't care that you're the only one here, Jeremy, and whoever else, if somebody's watching. I have, the thing to start with is primer. So I have a $9.45 L'Oreal primer. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. And I have, this is $9.45. Hi, Ash. And this is $45. And everybody can hear me okay, yes? I take it. It's weird because I have my sound down. Otherwise, it's like when you're listening to yourself call into a radio station. So I have my sound turned down, which is really bizarre for me because there's like a little bit of a delay. So this is the $45 Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. And I have the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base $9.45 primer. And Ash, since you just jumped on, I will show you what I did. I have made a chart of all my expensive makeup. Well, okay, this is pretty much, I tried to find all the most expensive makeup I have on this side. That came out to the total for everything $674.17. This is all drugstore makeup. Everything came out to $117.77. So we can mix it up and I'll do whichever, you know, you want me to try. Since Ash, you're lucky you're the one here, you get to pick everything, because Jeremy will be like, okay, I don't know. So, primer, Pat McGrath, $45, L'Oreal, $9. Cheap primer, expensive makeup. That's interesting. That's a good idea. Ash, are you up for cheap primer, expensive makeup? Oh, see, she wants Pat McGrath. Where is my foundation? Okay. Let me give you this to think about. So this is going to be, we're going to do Pat McGrath. Yeah, the opposite. I could either do cheap and expensive or expensive and cheap. So our foundation choices are L'Oreal Age Perfect at $11 or dun dun dun. This is Hourglass. This is $45. I'm almost curious, you know, this isn't 45. This is 56. $56 for this Hourglass foundation. I mean, I got it on sale, but still, come on. So let's do, should I do expensive primer and cheap foundation, or cheap and expensive? I think we're going to do, Jeremy said, I want to try cheap primer, expensive makeup, honestly. Ash, the only reason I'm saying that is I've used the Pat McGrath before. I know it's really good. I've never used this L'Oreal. I'm almost curious what a L'Oreal primer will do with a really expensive $9 with $56 over it. Let's try that. Okay, cool. That's what we're doing. Okay, this primer's weird. Stop licking. I have a licking dog behind me. You're not going to be able to stay in here. Back there making weird noises. Stop. Okay. Oh no. I'm a little worried about this L'Oreal primer because it feels like that marshmallow primer that I used last week that I didn't like. It's really soft though. It's nice. I mean, I don't hate it. It feels good. You know what I think it is with like this and the marshmallow primer? I'm used to like tacky primers that are a little bit sticky, and this is definitely not. I mean, this is like soft. The consistency reminds me a lot of the marshmallow primer. Filled my pores a little bit better than the marshmallow primer though, but it is like really similar to it. And I don't know where it is, but there's the consistency of it. It's like kind of fluffy. Zero smell to this L'Oreal primer, by the way. Zero. The other thing that, you know, there's really not a lot. How much is in here? Can't even read how. Oh, it's a ½ ounce in here. And where's Pat? Pat is a lot. Pat is 1 ounce. So, I mean, really, if you got the same amount, this would be 18, like $19.45. It's still, you know. But I've had this Pat McGrath since last fall, and it's still hanging on. So, all right. So then we're going to do, do you want to see what a $56 foundation looks like? I hope this is the right shade. It's Shell. And I believe when I got this, I got it because it was a little bit dark. Boy, this primer looks good though. I like the primer. I'm gonna makeup going all over me. Okay, yeah, I got this last fall when I still had a tan. This is gonna look weird. I don't know. Okay, it might be all right. I will make it work. It's weird, this Hourglass. It's very like pinky. It's got like a pinky tone to it, and my hair's falling. It also doesn't seem to spread a lot. Why is my hair falling in my face? I got these short little bangs now, and they're like annoying me. Okay, it almost seems like I have to use like a lot of this Hourglass to get any decent coverage, which is like for $56, do you really want to have to use like that much foundation every time? I don't know, maybe I'm just used to more coverage. Possibly. Maybe possibly. I don't know. I'm separating out what I'm using and not using so we can... Okay. The color's nice. You know, I think I used this once before. I should have used a beauty blender with this. You know, I want to try something. Let's try beauty blender on this side. You know, this Hourglass seems to go on better with a beauty blender. Honestly, look. Way better. It is nice. I mean, is it worth $56? Hourglass, the reason I got it was because they're so serious about the vegan thing. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And cruelty-free, but they're like a luxury vegan brand. And, you know, I'm like, I mean, you know, if you're going to do vegan, make it affordable so other, you know, people, all people can get it. Jeremy and I were talking about how we want to do a podcast on being ethically responsible and things like that. Like, it's almost like a privileged kind of thing to, you know, like this, like, oh, I want to buy this foundation. It's $56, but I want to get it because it's vegan. It's like, well, you should have plenty of choices. And there are now actually plenty of choices for foundations that are, you know, I do still love this foundation though. I like it. I mean, do I have other foundations that I like as much that aren't $56? Yes. So there we go. That's on. I keep losing things again. There we go. So there's the foundation. I mean, the shade looks nice. It looks good. It's very, you know, last week I think it was that Marshmallow Pore Primer. I like this primer a lot better than my other primer. This is kind of like a little bit better. Even on my hand, it's like, it looks nice on my hand too. Okay, so that is done. What do we have next? We have concealer. This is interesting. Where's my Pricey concealer? Trying to find it. Oh, you know what? I have, hold on, I forgot to grab it. I have my Hourglass concealer too. Luckily, I know right where it is. Now, fortunately, when I got the Hourglass, this Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation, mattifying, oil-free. I will say it's all of those. This, it feels really nice. I really like this a lot. So, liking it. I don't know. You know, I mean, I like it. So, I got a free Hourglass concealer sample. Now, the regular size of this Hourglass concealer is $34. The Joa concealer that I got at CVS is $8.99. So this is the sample of the Hourglass though, but it's nice. And then I have the Joa that is the drugstore one. But Joa, it's Joah. It's actually a K, inspired by K Beauty. I like this concealer. It's got like this little clicky thing. And then the concealer kind of pops out on the sponge. For $9, I have used this concealer. I actually really like it a lot. And it's also cruelty-free, good for 12 months. You can recycle the container. And this is light ivory. The Hourglass is shade Shell, same as my foundation I used. So this came with this as like a sample. Believe me, I wasn't about to buy the Hourglass foundation for $34. So which one? Drugstore or expensive for concealer? Somebody pick a concealer. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick. Survey says, whoever is watching, pick a concealer. I'm going to try it on my hand. Wow, that is, the Hourglass one is really thick. They're pretty similar, actually. I'd say they're not that different. Not terribly, terribly different. I think I'm going to try the Hourglass concealer, the expensive one. I've been wanting to try this anyway, so... So that's the Hourglass. That would be, if I was buying it, it would be $34 for that. It's weird though, because these are supposed to be the same shade. And this concealer is definitely a different shade. They both say shade Shell. And the concealer is very yellow. The concealer is definitely... not at all the same. Doesn't at all look the same as my foundation I just used, which is kind of interesting and a little scary. Like, how can they both be Shell, but the concealer is... Oh, it covers really nice. So it's a little... kind of settling in my lines under my eyes more than I would like. Not loving that. Okay, not terrible. So we got foundation, primer, concealer. Those are those that I used. And next we have, I've got eye primers that I guess I could do eye primer now. Let's see, eye primer. Okay, I just had it. There it is. I have the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And my expensive one is, oh, my Pure, which is another sample, but the Pure is $20 for a whole thing of Pure. But luckily I got a sample. The e.l.f. Putty Primer, $5. So $20 versus $5. I've used both of these, so I know I love the Putty Primer. I use it a lot. I used the Pure once. Resist creasing and fading. Color stays true. Eye look stays in place. I think we're going to do the Pure. Again, just because I've used the e.l.f. so much. And this is a sample and I opened it. So I kind of want to use it up a little bit. Would like to use this. And I don't want to say get rid of it. But, you know, I don't want it like drying out in this little package. So I'm going to squeeze some of this out and stick it on the back of my hand. No smell really. Pure usually doesn't have a smell. It's I remember trying this and I did really like it though when I tried it the first time. I didn't take it very seriously though. I think I just kind of put it on and I was like, eh. I kind of like the consistency of this Pure eye primer though. When you put your eye primer on, Jeremy, I'm looking at you, just kidding. Do not rub it and pull it across your eye. Pat it, pat it, pat it, pat, 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 pat. Eye primer. You don't want to drag it across your eye. Or if you're going to go, you can go down towards the lash line, but I do like short little strokes. Anyway. Ooh. You know what? I might have to... It's $20. I'm going to wait. Once I run out of some of my other eye primers, I think I might actually buy this. Because I do really like this eye primer a lot. This Pure, I really like this. That's how they get you. They give you a sample and then you end up getting it. Next, let's see. Bronzer. Okay, bronzers. Now this is interesting. This bronzer situation, bronzer highlighter situation. Now here's the thing, like you can get bronzers and highlighters all separately, like I have here. Bronzers, highlighter, and a blush palette. Or for $14.99, you can go to your local CVS or Walmart or wherever and get the Physicians Formula face palette, all-star face palette. I haven't even used this yet. It's still got the sticky stuff on it, the plastic. Oh, it smells really good. So if you haven't seen this, this is the Physicians Formula All-Star Face Palette. It has the Moro Moro Butter Bronzer, the Matte Mondo Matte Manoy Butter Bronzer, Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. It has a multicolored pressed powder. It has a Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. Do you eat it? And a Rose All Day Petal Glow, which is like kind of like a highlighter kind of deal, I guess. So, yeah. So this kind of has everything. And I like that there's this matte bronzer, and then there's this other butter bronzer. This one's a limited edition, it says it's in here. This Matte Manoy Butter Bronzer. Powder Palette, Multicolored Pressed, Mineral Glow. These are really pretty. Whoa! That is a crazy, crazy highlight right there. That's really nice. Wow. I'm kind of impressed with this for $14.99. It has everything, and I've never really, I think I bought one Physicians Formula thing in my life before, and that's it. First ever Physicians All-Star Palette, best of the best lineup of bronzers, face powders, blushers, and highlighters in matte and multi-dimensional shades. Dream Team Palette contains all you need to create a winning complexion, whether you choose to showcase one shade or layer together for a complete look. So for 15 bucks, you can do all this. Or you can get a Becca bronzer for $38. The Menagerie Arthurine Blush Palette, which although it is an independent indie brand, $54 for this blush palette. And it is worth every penny. I absolutely love this blush palette. I use it all the time. It's just, it's got everything. It's almost like it's $54, but do you really need to buy any other blush but this? If you get this, you kind of have everything. I'm almost tempted to get rid of all my blushes, keep this in my Lunar Beauty one, and call it a day. So this is $54 for this. Right now, I believe it's sold out. It took me a long time to get this. I said that in my last video. So this was $54. This is $38. And I have, if you watched my highlighter declutter, I talked about this. This is the Mr. Ms. Jeffree Star. In case you wondered what a $50 highlighter looks like, this is it. I did not buy it. It came in a mystery box like last year or something like that. So this is the Extreme Frost Jeffree Star highlighter. These are $50 because he needs more Louis Vuitton. I do not buy his stuff anymore, as I've said, but it makes me so mad because his highlighters are so awesome. Why does he have to be such a dumbass? Look at this highlighter. That is like the coolest highlighter in the history of ever. There's just, I said the kimchi is similar to this, but I've never found anything that's quite like this. So, needless to say, this is basically 50, 50, 104, 38, about $140 for all three of these to get your blush, your bronzer, and your highlighter. Or you can go to CVS, use your points and your coupons, and get almost for free. I get a $10 coupon every month. So I think when I bought this, I actually bought it with a coupon but that's why I bought it. I think I bought it with a coupon either at Target or either at a gift card at Target or one of my CVS coupons for $10. So basically this was $5. So what do we want to try? Anyone who's here, what do we want to try? Do we want, let's start with bronzer. Bronzer, do we want to do Physicians Formula or we want to do Becca? You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, then I'm going to choose my own. 7. These are actually incredibly similar, by the way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Look at these two next to each other. The Becca and this Physicians Formula. Very, 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 very similar. Anybody have an opinion? Which one you want me to try? Expensive or cheap? Man, this smells so good. I'm like, where is that smell coming from? And it's this palette. Okay, this palette smells good. We're using this palette. I'm not using the Becca. Everybody knows about Becca. They're like, yeah, Becca, big whoop. So we're going to try this Physicians Formula because I haven't tried it yet and I want to try it. And I need a good bronzer brush. I think I'll use this one. Matte, or I'm going to use the Moro Butter one on the top because that one is the most like the Becca one. So okay, I like this because it's not like scary bronzer like some of them are. It's pretty light. Actually, I'm going to go with the one on the bottom. It's a little bit deeper. I was watching that weird TikTok challenge where the girl did this crazy bronzer all over her face. I'm actually thinking about trying it. It's kooky. I could not believe how weird it was. I was like, man, it's like some TikTok thing where she does this like extreme contour and stuff. And I really want to try it. Okay, so this is the Physicians Formula bronzer. I see why people like, I got to say, I said last week, I'm not a bronzer girl. I'm not all about bronzer, and I really like this. I might have found a bronzer that I actually like. Just because I want to, I'm going to try. I just want to see what this feels like on my arm. And I'm going to try the Becca one next to it. I mean, for $38, this Becca is insane. Although there has been a lot of Becca showing up at like TJ Maxx and stuff lately. So, you can find Becca stuff there. I actually got a whole bunch of Becca stuff at TJ Maxx. The Becca is also like really shiny. They are so similar, I can't even tell them apart. Really, if you want a good dupe, okay, we just found a dupe, people. This is the Becca Bali Sands Becca, $38. If you get the Physicians Formula All-Star, and I actually kind of mix these two, it comes out, I mean, it's identical to Becca. I can't even tell on my arm which is which. These are so similar. See, this is fun because we're finding dupes for like, I did try to find things that were similar. So this Becca bronzer, $38, this $14.99, and you get all of this. So yeah, we have a winner with this so far. Should I keep going with this, or should we go to, I'm not going to do my highlight and my blush yet. We'll do that last. So we'll come back to these. We'll come back to highlight and blush. Now this is fun. This is where it gets really fun because, eyeshadow palettes are like crazy. But I have two of my favorite, these are probably my two favorite little cheapo eyeshadow palettes. So we have the I Heart Revolution is $7. And I actually think I showed this in like my Sephora haul or something, or my Ulta haul, I mean. So this is the little cutesy, I know you're going to want to see the expensive eyeshadows because y'all ain't buying the eyeshadows that I got. So this is the, this is the little heart, this was $7, which, 9 colors, $7. That's pretty cheap. And keep that in mind because you'll see why I'm breaking down how many colors. Now this one, the little elf bite sizes that I like, this is the jalapeno, and this was $3. This is cheaper than a coffee. Well, not a coffee at Wawa if you get it plain, but I mean, this is cheaper than like a Starbucks coffee for eyeshadows. So this was $3, this was $7. So that's our two inexpensive eyeshadows. Are you ready for the expensive ones? Hold on to something and don't fall off your chair. Okay. I picked what I thought was my most expensive, and then I forgot that I just bought Cleona, which is insane. So when you buy Cleona, I did a look with Cleona and I posted on my Instagram. These are the individual Cleona shadows I bought, and it doesn't look like that much, but this was $125. And it's scary because the colors all look similar, but they're really not. They're like duochromes and things, so they look white, but they're almost like highlighter versions of eyeshadows, which is kind of cool. This was $125 for these colors, and not counting the menagerie container I bought. So altogether, this thing is about $140 of eyeshadow right here. Now, I do have something that is equally as scary as that, or more scary. I worked it out that those shadows are mostly like $17 each when I looked at them separately. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Blitz Astral Quad in Nocturnal Nirvana. I don't remember paying this much for this, but apparently it was. Where is it? Oh, yeah. This is a quad. Keep in mind, a quad. Pat McGrath. You know Pat McGrath is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The colors are absolutely mind-blowingly stunning. Seeing them, like not seeing them in person doesn't even do them justice, especially... This is a duochrome where it turns green. I don't know if you can see it on my finger. I can get it to shift. Now, that was this purple. That's it. So it's this insane duochrome. When I look at it here, it looks totally pink or purple. I'm trying to see if I can get it to shift. But yeah, you can kind of see it like at an angle like that. It looks like a purpley pink color. And I'll swatch it. This is just one of the coolest colors of all time. Yeah, so this quad was $65 for 4 eyeshadows, Pat McGrath. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. I fell in love with these colors. I'm like, I have to have this. They're just, and they just feel so nice. I mean, can you get things comparable for less? Yeah. But these are also like crazy duochromes. So there they are on my arm. So basically the reason I told you to pay attention to what these cost each. So that's the Pat McGrath. They look a lot better on an eye. It was $3 for 4 eyeshadows here, right? $65 for 4. $3, $65. Both with 4. So I did the math, and these come out to $16.25 each in the Pat McGrath palette. So this one color is $16.25. Now, by comparison, to be fair, these Cleona Duochromes are $17 each. Yeah. So these little tiny things are $17 each. So these are actually more expensive than Pat McGrath. Are they absolutely stunningly gorgeous? Yes, they are. I mean, I did a look with these and I was like, it is just this orange I love. That orange is my favorite. I love this orange. It's letting you see it because it's like... It's right there, and it looks really cool next to that highlighter. So anyways, crazy expensive eyeshadows. And then the big mama right here, I did get this. This is the Celestial Divinity. Pat McGrath came out with this last Christmas as her Christmas thing. And this is the Pat McGrath Christmas dealie that she did. 3, 4, 8, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 18 colors. 18 colors in this, but this was $78 for this one. So, you know, for Pat McGrath, everybody was like, only $78? What a deal! The thing is, like, people were saying the formulas weren't quite the same, but to me, I think they're the same. I mean, they're pretty similar. I have 4 different Pat McGrath palettes in different colors, and they're really nice, so... You know, and there are like duochromes in here. This is a duochrome. So they're, you know, the colors are just, they're really pretty. This one's really nice. I love this mauve-y color. It's like this crazy mauve. Anyway, so I'm guessing that you guys would want to see the crazy expensive eyeshadows because y'all can probably go buy the cheap eyeshadows at Ulta for $10 for 2 of these. If I add these 3 up, what is it? It's like basically 130 and 80, 200, 13 is 40. Wow, it's almost $300 for these 3 palettes. So these 3 are almost like $300, just under $300 for these 3 palettes. This is $10. Do I feel kind of stupid right now? Yes, I do. I want my $300 back. No, I'm just kidding. I do love these. I love having these. But are they crazy? Yeah. Do you need all them? No. So, I am supposing you would like to see some of the expensive eyeshadows. Are there any in particular you would like to... Do you want to see what a $16.50 and $70 eyeshadows look like? Because I haven't even done a whole eye look with these. So I could use these. I wonder if the world will implode if I use a $3 eyeshadow along with a $16.50 eyeshadow. That could be interesting. But I'm thinking these. What do you think? These are... Next to the Cleona, these are like my most expensive. Because if you break down... What I was trying to do in breaking down the price, because they're all pricey, is I was trying to work on per pan, how expensive are they? And when I looked it up, some of the Cleonas are $17 per pan, and they're much, much smaller. And the Pat McGrath are $16.25 per pan, if you do the math. And, I mean, the Pat McGrath are clearly a lot bigger than the Cleonas. So, you know... I mean, I could use both and have like the most expensive eye look. I think we'll do that. What do you think? I think I really want to try to do something with these and maybe throw some of the Cleona in. So I'm thinking that because honestly, wouldn't you rather see the ridiculously expensive eyeshadows that you probably are not going to want to go spend money on? Probably. I am going to, let's see, what am I going to start with? I don't know. This is why I never play with this. I'm like, what do I do with it? Okay, we're just going to start playing with this. A little bit of fallout, but for $16.50, it better not have much fallout, right? Look, I'm like gouging it. Almost no fallout. Okay, Pat McGrath. Let's see how it goes on, though. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Whoa. Is it worth the money? Yes. One swipe, worth the money. That is really nice. Love. Okay, I'm going to use all 4 of these colors because why not do $65 eyes? Or whatever it is. Yeah, $65. $65. Actually, by the time we added in the eyeliner and everything else, it's going to be like a couple $100 eyes if I use all the expensive stuff. Wow. I can't believe I've had these so long and I've never used them. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? They're so nice. Need a... No. No. Looking for just the right brush. Ooh. This one, I think. We're just going to do... I'm going to do kind of keeping it simple. Wow. The pigment on this purple. This is really weird, this purple, because it's kind of a duochrome. But yeah, there's hardly any fallout at all. Which, like I said, for $16.50 per, there better not be. Now, my Cleonas, some of those were $17 each. And let me tell you, a little bit too much fallout for me. Was not happy with the fallout situation with the Cleonas. I mean, Pat McGrath is like the queen of makeup, honest to God. And the pigment in this and how nice these are, like just effortlessly blending together. It's kind of scary. I almost feel like if you're really bad at makeup and you invest $65 in this, you're going to all of a sudden think you're like the greatest makeup artist in the world, because these make you look good. I mean, these colors make you look good. Seriously. They're like, wow. I can't believe how nice these blend. And with the, I don't know if the camera's picking up the duochromes in them, but whoa, I am just a little shooky mind blown right now with these colors. Why am I not wearing this palette all the time? I don't know. I am friggin' loving it. And look at that line. I'm just like, boom, line. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I know I keep saying that, but wow. Snoring dog in my room. We're going to do a Cleona on the inner corner, I think, though. Maybe. Grabbing a couple more brushes. These. Okay, let's see. Now here's the real test. Let's see what this goes on. Look at this. I am like gouging, and no fallout. It's all staying on the brush. Oh! I'm trying to do this right in the camera so you can see what's happening, because, wow. Okay, the fact that I can put this on my lid with the brush and have it look like this is cuckoo. If you remember any of my other videos, I am constantly having to use my finger for things like this because... Now let's try finger and see. That is... Okay, this is why it's $65. Now we know why it's $65. Some fallout under my eye, but it's not like the worst. I probably should have put some powder under there. It's dusting away really nicely, though. I mean, it's not like, you know, sticking to my face like some of them do and going across. Let's do this one. I'm not doing two different eye looks because this is just too nice. It's too nice. I can't do it. Okay, this is one of those things where I just don't want to wash it off later. Can I sleep with this on? No, I shouldn't. Look at that green in the inner corner. Whoa. Oh my God. I can't believe I haven't used this. I cannot believe I haven't used this shadow before. That is crazy. 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 Okay, we're going in with the gold, people. It's gold. So, I mean, hello? I can't even get it to fall out. I'm trying to get it to fall out, and it won't. So, I'm trying to hold it really close to this. I mean, you can see a little bit on there, but... Okay, this is like... I take back everything I said. Spend the money and get this quad. Save up your money and get this quad. This is like insane how pretty this is. You know what this would be great for is if you're doing like some kind of Halloween thing and you're going to be a mermaid. That is... The thing that I can't get over is how well... I'm really not putting in a lot of work and how well this is all just like meshing together. When you look at these colors, you're like, nah, I don't know. And then I start putting them on and they're like perfect. Need a little. Let's see. We're going to do, I like this gold, so we're going to go in with the gold on top of the green and under here. I always like, I don't know why, I love gold under my eyes, like gold eyeshadow as liner. I've always liked how it looks. It's really subtle, but I'm going to add more color over it. I'm just starting with the gold. And then I want to go with a little bit of the green on this underneath here. You know, I can't believe how good this is coming out, and I've never used this before. And I've been kind of intimidated because the colors look so, when you see this, you're like, what am I going to do with this on my eye? You know, it's really bright, and it looks a little, I want to say it almost looks a little intimidating, but now that I'm using it, it's like, why have I waited this long to use this? There's a reason people go nuts over Pat McGrath, and this eye right here is it. I want to put a little bit of the blue in too underneath, because I'm using every color as much as possible on this eye, because it's pretty. I'm not necessarily meaning to cover up the gold, but it's showing through the other colors, so I kind of like that. I think I like it. Deepen this up a little. This is a very, very dark eye look for me. I usually don't do this because I always think I look like someone punched me, but these colors... Okay, so I did put this on with my finger and not this side, so you can see the difference. So I'm going to do this side. By the way, this pure eye primer too is really doing this justice as well. That is working out really nice. So, $16.50 per color eyes. Literally no fallout. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Do I love it? Absolutely. I am like crazy about this. I am so glad I bought this. I mean, like I said, it's kind of dark for me, but I love it. It's not something I would wear every day It's more like a, oh, I'm going out somewhere, you know, kind of thing. Where did I put my Cleona? There it is. I do want to put a little bit of my Cleona on the inner corner because we got to use a crazy $17. Oh, you know, I wonder. I really love this green I couldn't get enough of. Right here, I'm kind of in love with it. I want to put a little bit of this. Because see, this does have like a duochrome to it. So I'm just adding it in the center for a little. I just need to lighten it up a little. I mean, this is like a very smoky green, grungy, dark, not used to it kind of thing. There we go. Kind of like that little, yeah, that's a little better. All right, and then remember I told you this Cleona, the orange? Look at this orange. I mean, hello, Cleona. Pigmented much? I look like a drag queen. I know, just say it. I look like a drag queen. And I don't take offense to that. Drag queens are much prettier than me. Totally do not find that an offensive comment. Actually, I'm jealous. Those bitches are all better looking than me. It's just not right. Just not right. That, I can't get over this gold. This gold is like so liquidy, it's like scary. I want to do a very crazy inner corner, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to go with the silver, I think. Because this silver I know is pretty blinding. Yep, there we go. And it's also got a duochrome quality, so it's picking up the blue a little bit. Okay, had no idea I was going to go this crazy with these colors tonight, but it's fun. Is it fun? Yeah. All right, so that's that. That is some very, very expensive eyes. Holy moly. Now we have to do some, it's going to go faster now. That was about the longest. So I have two different eyebrow pencils. I have this is great. This is like the cheapest cheap, that $2.99, $16.87. So we have a Wet n Wild for $2.99, and I have a P. Louise, as in P stands for problematic, ha ha ha. P. Louise, problematic Louise, $16.87. That's because it's transfers from, what was it? It was $12.99 pounds. So it comes out to $16.87 American US dollars, or $2.99. Any preference, anyone with the brows? Cheap or expensive? I'll do either. Anybody want to see one over the other? Or I could do one on each eye and look really messed up. I could do one on each eye. I have no idea what that would look like. I mean, I think the colors are, I think, identical. Medium brown. Yeah, this is medium brown. This is espresso. So, I mean, I could do one on each eye. Or I can do... It'd be kind of funny to do Wet n Wild eyebrows, though, with really expensive eyes, you know. I don't know. Any opinions? I can't get this cap on this brush. I think I'm going to do Wet n Wild eyebrows, ridiculously expensive eyeshadow, because it's funny. You know, face it, it's funny. It's like $2.99 eyebrows. Where? Oh, there it is. We're doing $2.99 eyebrows with $100 eyes. Oh, I am not used to Wet n Wild brow. Okay. Oh, this is painful. Oh, I don't like it. It's so waxy. Oh my god, y'all. It's so waxy. Oh. I mean, the problem is I don't have brows. So I have to like create an eyebrow And if you don't have a really good pencil or a more expensive, like, soft pencil, that it gets a little difficult. And it's really dragging. It's waxy, it's sticky, it's a little clumpy. I mean, it's not terrible. You know, could be worse. I think I have used worse eye pencils, brow pencils. I like what it's doing to my actual brow hairs in my brows, but actually creating a line is very problematic with this. I think we need to change Wet n Wild's name to problematic Wet n Wild with getting this to go on. This is a trial right here. I might be making this look a little easy, but this is not fun. It's not fun. This is not working for me at all. I'm making it look like it is. Make it work, make it work. I'm live, we're making it work, but do I like it? No, absolutely not. Do not like. I mean, you know, it might look okay. It's really heavy and it's really, like, sticky goopy. Kind of drags a lot. I'm really having trouble getting a good line. Oh my god. It makes me look like I don't... It makes me look like I don't know how to do eyebrows. I don't like that. Normally with a good eyebrow pencil, I can just like whoop and I have a nice eyebrow. This is like all chunky and it might not look so bad on camera, but man, looking at it close, it's going to be embarrassing if I take a picture for my Instagram. That just does not look great. Oh Lord. And they don't match. Oh, it's hard to get them to match. Okay, I have eyebrows. That's all I can say. $2.99. You get what you pay for sometimes. Yeah, it's waxy. It drags. I'll just do a line on my hand so you can see. It's not. It doesn't look terrible on my hand, but it's not great. It's not great. No. No, I prefer a more expensive. I prefer my more expensive brow pencils for sure. No doubt. What are we to now? Okay, what have I not used yet? We have not done mascara yet. Or eyeliner. So I have, let's see. Let's get out mascaras, eyeliners. I think I'm going to stick with the Physicians formula, though, with this whole palette for the blush and the highlighter. Sorry, I have hiccups. I'm going to stick with this because I've used the R3 blush palette so much, and I use it on my channel all the time, and I really wanted to try more drugstore things, so I think it's kind of cool using this really, really expensive eye look with kind of a more reasonable, affordable, you know, $15 for everything you need for your face. Okay, so I have two different mascaras and two different eyeliners. I have a CoverGirl eyeliner. It's blue, but I'll probably do waterline. And I have a Stila $22 waterproof. I'm thinking maybe the Stila just because with the expensive eye look. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Stila on the top, and I'm going to do the CoverGirl in the waterline. So we kind of get a little bit of each. My eyes are watering because there's glitter in them. I can't stop looking at my eyes, though. I mean, this is pretty cool. Let's see if I can do this without my eyes watering like crazy. Okay, the CoverGirl on the waterline's nice. It brings out the blue a little bit. And it's not real super pigmented, but bringing out a little bit of the blue. And we're going to do I think I'm going to skip the eyelashes tonight. I'm going to do mascara, but I don't think I'm going to do false eyelashes. Only because, I mean, I have kind of expensive eyelashes. They're not ridiculously expensive. They're the Lunar Beauties. And I did buy the full set, though. So when you add up, like, getting all 4 of the eyelashes. Ooh, the Stila is nice. I like the Stila eyeliner. And this is waterproof, so that's good. It's going on really well over this. Okay, now they're expensive eyes. And I think, to be really fair about it, I think I should use the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Mascara. I just do. Any comments from the Peanut Gallery? Are you guys okay with me using CoverGirl Mascara? Because that's what I think I'm going to use. I'm just doing a quick little eyelash curl. I'm not going to go crazy because we don't want this to be 2 zillion hours long. Plus, I want to just see what this does without going crazy curling my eyelashes. Okay, I like the wand. Cute little wand. CoverGirl is always known as like just one of the best drugstore mascaras anyway. I think this one was mascara, $10.99 for this CoverGirl mascara. I think I got it at Ulta. Pretty sure. Yeah, I got this at Ulta. So I believe I used some Ulta points too. So that even kept my cost down a little bit. I like the curl. I like the curl. This is giving me, it's giving me curl. It's giving me a lot of curl. Okay, I like this a lot. You really, you know, with drugstore mascara, it's hard to go wrong with CoverGirl, other than they are not like vegan, cruelty-free, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, so if you are strictly vegan, cruelty-free, you're going to want to not get CoverGirl, because I don't think they are vegan or cruelty-free. They might, you know, a lot of the brands are changing now, and they're trying to change with the times. I do not keep up with every drugstore brand, I will tell you right now. I don't keep up with who's cruelty-free now, who isn't. But it would be nice if they went vegan, cruelty-free, because, I mean, this is great mascara. And this is definitely, you know, I always use that Fenty Full Frontal. That's like all I use. And this is right up there with it. I mean, this is, I really like this. And the only reason, by the way, that I bought drugstore things that are not vegan, cruelty-free is for my channel to test for people who, I mean, you know, I could be like totally vegan, cruelty-free channel, but I'm trying to be inclusive. And I know everybody, like I said, everybody can't always afford to buy everything vegan. So there's the finished eye look. I don't know, I hope you could see the lashes okay. They came out nice though for, oh sorry, I'm like right in my microphone. So yeah, I like them. I like it. I like it. So let's finish with, let's see. I want to use, I think the rest of my face, I'm going to use all my drugstore, because I'm kind of liking this idea of having my eyes being the most expensive and everything else is going to be drugstore, which I think is a cool plan. I don't know. Is it just me? I think that's a cool idea. So I'm going to do powder brush, and we're going to need this palette right here. Multicolored pressed powder. There's the blush and there's highlighters. So yeah, I can use everything out of here. This is nice. I'm just going to use everything out of here, and that's it. I wish there was a mirror. There's not a mirror, but, you know, okay. So The blush, I'm hoping the blush isn't too light for me. We'll see what happens. I don't know. The blush seems like it's a really light color. See if I can get any pigment out of it. Yeah, that's a very light blush. I'm used to a lot more color, which might be, you know, it's nice with this eye look, though, I think. If I went too crazy with the blush, I would start getting, like, mega clown face. And, I mean, as if I'm not there already, but Oh, this Physicians Formula, $14.99. I know I just said that, but seriously, it smells so good. It smells great. Love it. I'm loving the, if you don't like shiny blushes, you could already see it looks like I put a highlighter on. I did not. This blush almost has like little shiny things in it. Yeah. So if you don't like shiny blush, I would get a different blush other than these. Don't, you know, but if you don't mind shiny blush, this is fine. I got to try this really light, super light white highlighter because, oh, I'm swirling it and the white pearl things are going away and now it's more pinky. Wow. Whoa. Hello, Physicians Formula. Glowing. Okay, that's crazy. This is, I just can't get over. Okay, it says that the powder and the highlighter and the matte Minoi Butter Bronzer are limited edition. So obviously you can't buy those separately. You have to get them in this palette. So do I recommend this palette? 100%, absolutely. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. This highlighter is right up there with my expensive ones and right up there with my kimchi that I'm obsessed with. And it's nice, even on my nose, it's not like insane. I like it. I like it. Okay, well, I wanted to do different powder, but I want to try this powder. I just want to see what happens. I have a NYX, the high gloss powder, but I want to try this first. Okay, that's light. Woo! This is a very light powder, and that is not translucent. That's got color to it. See, this is why you need me testing these. Look at the pigment in this. This is a multicolored pressed powder. Now, if you've just done all this cool blush and all these cool things, you put this over, it is very powdery. It's got a real white, powdery, talky kind of... Okay, I found one thing I don't like in here. Not crazy about this powder. Do not love the powder. It could have its uses if you're doing like a real pale white matte kind of thing. I think that'll be great. But it just kind of like killed my vibe that was going on with this whole thing I had going on here. So I'm pulling out my other inexpensive finishing powder, which is the NYX Professional Makeup High Glass Finishing Powder. And Raven, who is, I don't think here, was asking me about this and how it goes over foundation and how it works. And I said, I don't know, because the last time I used it, I didn't wear foundation. But this time, we're putting over foundation. We're going to see what happens. I'm scared. Okay, now this I like. I really like this. I like that a lot. Oh, yeah. It doesn't appear to be breaking up my foundation or oxidizing it at all, so that's good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Cool. So there's that. I can't get over how good this highlight looks. So last but not least, we got some lips. And I think what I'm going to do, just because I have to be crazy with this, is we are going to do $4.99 lip liner with $67 lipstick. So we're going to do $4.99 lip liner and $67 lipstick, because why not? We have to. It's the Hermes lipstick. I know everybody wants to see this, so we're doing the Hermes lipstick with drugstore K-Beauty I bought it CVS liner. Let's get my little whiteboard out of the way because it wants to keep falling. All right. Hermes lipstick. I have to take it out of like 3 different containers. This is nutty. All right. Okay, this smells like nothing. You would think it would smell like something. For what's crazy is this color. I don't know how this is going to look with the eye look, but I'm wearing $67 lipstick. And it's going to be really funky because my lip liner and this color don't really match. I don't care. I don't care. Not gonna lie, not the best lip liner. It's not terrible. It's not horribly dry. Not really as creamy as I would like, though. Okay. Time for this very expensive lipstick. Am I nervous to use $67 lipstick? Yeah, I kind of like never want to touch it, but I'm going to. Ugh. Wow. Well, the lipstick feels great. It feels really nice, obviously. It's really smooth, really creamy. I think my problem is I don't love it with this lip liner. And this color with this eyeshadow is not the tea. I quote Manny MUA, this lip color is not my journey. I would have done a gold or a nude lip. The lip color is not my journey with these eyes. It doesn't look terrible, but you know, it's not the best with this eye look necessarily. So let me just you know what really hurts? Dabbing off $67 lipstick. It's like painful. Okay, so what I need is some gloss with this. I have 2 glosses. I have a Patrick Ta, which, how much was, I think Patrick Ta was $22. And this Revolution I got on sale for like $3.99. So in order to bring it back to this look, I have to go with the Patrick Ta because it has some gold in it. And I just want to bring this lip a little down to earth. Oh yeah, it's not helping. It's not helping at all. I was hoping it would have more gold in it, and it doesn't at all. This is like the craziest lip. This does not go with these eyes at all. This is the fun of live. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm thoroughly disgusted because this lip color doesn't go with these eyes, but there we go. So this is a 67, 87, $69, $97, $99 lip here. And it doesn't even look that good. Yeah. So $97 lips and very expensive eyes and a very cheap face. And that's it. But I do really love the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow quads are, I think, for the win. The, where did she go? The Pat McGrath quad. This was definitely really, really nice. I am so glad I bought this. It's really expensive, but I love it. I will be using this more now that I see what it looks like. So anyway, thanks for watching this. I know I wish there was more people here because it would have been, wow, my glasses are covered in powder. Would have been a lot more fun with people fighting over what I should be using. But I think I made some good decisions. I would like to think that people would agree with me on what to try. You probably want to see what this looks like and is it worth it, and what, you know, this really expensive Pat McGrath is like and is it worth it. I would say, is Pat McGrath worth it? Yes, it is. Is the Physicians Formula $14.99 worth it? Yes, it is. The only thing I didn't like again was this powder, and that's only because it's very heavily, it's like not translucent at all. It's going to cover up. It seems to really, it's on my index finger. It seems to really cover up whatever you put on, and it really dulls it down. So putting that over, I did this really nice cheek and this nice glowy kind of thing. Don't do a glowy look with all this and then put this powder over it. It kills it. So that's the only thing I'll say. I would maybe use this in a different look though. I'll use it for something else. But I just can't get over how good this smells. Somebody else said that when they reviewed it. I saw another review of it on YouTube, which is why I wanted to buy this. I think Laura Lee did a review of it, and it made me want to try it. But yeah, so I would say my winners of this are definitely this foundation. I love this foundation, the Hourglass liquid, and my shade is Shell, in case you're wondering. The Hourglass concealer in Shell was great, although it's a little weird to me that they're two different colors. Amazingly, this L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, I am very happy with. Really happy with this. Although, like I said, I don't usually buy L'Oreal because it's not cruelty-free, vegan, and all that. But, you know, I'm doing this for the cause so that you guys don't waste your money on stuff that's not good. So there's the finished look. This was fun. Now I have a whole face full of makeup and nowhere to go. But between, what time? 12:30 and 4:30 tomorrow, my cabinets arrive. So I'm very excited about that. And I don't know what I'm doing with this hair. I put no product in it. This is what my hair does with no product in it. It's crazy. I have to color it. I don't know when I'm going to color it. I don't know what color I'm going to do. Probably pink again. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you like this. I'm going to get out of here. Getting off live a little bit earlier tonight. But this was fun. Hope everybody had a good time. I hope you learned something and learned a little bit about expensive and inexpensive makeup. You don't always get what you pay for. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But, you know, it's always worth a try. I mean, if something's on sale, you never know what you're going to find that is reasonable and that you'll use a lot. I will use this a lot. Thumbs up on this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.